Because I know you are burning with questions. Please allow this follow.
I actually wanted to say that this is a good time to actually be in Lagos.
Exactly.
Yes.
I agree with you.
And,
yes.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I don't want us to lose focus of this point.
Okay.
There's no way we talk of lawmaking without talking of people for whom law is being made,
yes.
right?
Yes.
So we've looked at the lawmakers and the legislation in Lagos State. Let us look at the other side. By observation and by things we hear, there's a kind of law-breaking culture in Lagos State on the part of the citizens, talking about traffic laws, talking about environmental laws, talking about all manners of and this would not reflect that there are no laws taking care of these misdemeanors. But in that case, shouldn't we now look at the enforcement aspect? To what extent is enforcement effective in Lagos State?
Thank you very much. Like, you see, Nigerians generally and Lagos State, we do respect, we are lawbreakers. Yeah, and what do you call it? Culture of I hope they didn't see me. Let me do it the way I want. So, and because of long military interregnum.
And sometimes impunity.
Yes, impunity. So because of long military interregnum through the jack and boots, so they have been trained to be a bit hard. So some of people want to do things and feel they will go away with it. And that is why Lagos State government were smarter enough. And that is why they set up a kind of a task force. We have a task force on environmental because they know people will break. They have CAI, kicking is a discipline. They have LOMA. They know people will break traffic rules, and that's why they put, they will dump waste anywhere. They put LOMA. They know people who want to cut. That's why they put LASMA. They know there's Lagos State Transport Management, Traffic Management Agency. They know people who want to shunt. With all Nigerians, Lagosians, and residents still commit that heinous crime. We will get there. And that's why we review the law. That's why I said at my opening statement that laws are not cast on stone. We review to make sure punishments were meted on those people who break the law. You understand? So we cannot do without it. Even in advanced country, people do break the law. But because they punish them and they make them to obey the rule and law, and naturally, they should have obeyed the rule and law. Where there's no law, there's no punishment. But in Nigerians, they want to try it. Don't take one way. People want to risk it because they feel to go and turn, they want to risk it. And when they were caught, they will be begging. And we say, no, it's a deliberate one. No forgiving, no, we will not forgive you. You go and pay your fine. So some people, is when they punish them, that they will now learn
the hard way.
In a hard way to obey. So my own view is that as a Nigerian, as a Lagosian and resident, we should obey the law. Don't do this. Don't wait until you were caught or you were punished to be a deterrent to others or to stand as a warning for you next time. Most of these things, they were law on ground. You understand? Yes. I don't want to say the executive were not trying. Yes. And they are trying, but then they still need to do more. You understand? Because we know where we are operating. And secondly, the people who are to implement that law sometimes collude. Because when they arrest them, they want to beg them, they want to give them some tips, and they release them. Such person who want to do it. But if your vehicle needs to be apprehended, confiscated, even crushed, if they crush 2, 3, 4 vehicles, they will tell themselves, set the signals, and they will run away. But if you collect money from them, you allow them to go, definitely they want to try and do it. So there were laws in Lagos State. Yes, the implementations and the execution may not be as hard as expected, but the executive still need to do more. On our part, we are doing more. For example, property protection law. We know lands to us in Lagos State is as crude oil to some other eastern states. And we have a law that prohibits people from forceful gaining entrance into people's land. Then what do we see in Lagos State? Yes, and land grabbing law. We set up a land grabbing agency. that where they can prosecute. But people still do it. We still deliberate on it some few days on the floor of the House. So we want to call a kind of a stakeholders meeting where we will address it and see how we can, try to adjust the law to give more punishment to whoever turn himself to a land grabber in Lagos State. Because we don't want a situation where our people will be maimed, where our people will be killed, or where there will be destruction, wanton destruction of properties and life. So we don't want that. So in Lagos State, we will still put our effort, because it's not over until it's finally over. We will still put our effort to make sure that our people obey the law, either by force or by fire, whichever way they want it, they will obey the law. And that is our feeling. Because we will continue to work on it, we will continue to shun out the law, and we will continue to monitor that the executive do what is right.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. But Honorable, as a follow-up to that again,
yes,
people break the law, or that is what some people think.
Yes.
That certain persons break the law because they know people, they have connection. There's somebody up there they can call and they can get away with anything. Is there anything we are doing to stop this? Because law is not supposed to be a respecter of anybody. Most societies that are doing well today in terms of law and order is because everybody is equal before the law. What do we do to put a stop to
let me
this?
be sincere with you. Yes, if your family, your friend or your brother breaks the law, and if you want to do what is right, you should join him to pay the fine. So that when such person pay the fine, next time, he will not come to you when he breaks such law, because you've helped him in the first instance. But if you now start calling those who are in charge to leave him free of charge, or without taking him to court,
as an indulgence,
he can do that. He will have that assumption. And I think that is what's obtainable in Lagos State today. So if you are in charge of a case, you can't break law and come to me. That is the truth. To me, TOBUN Abiodun, I'll ask you, what do you do? Once you tell me what to do, I know it's against the law of the land. The highest I can do is say, what did they fine you? This is what they fine me. This is my support.
And don't do
Go
it
and
again.
Pay. You will not even
and
do
don't
it.
even come to me again.
Even if you do it, you will not come back.
No, exactly.
Once between twice child. So you won't come back. So I want to urge everybody who are in authority